Today we're going to start off with just a standing or seated warm-up, and then we'll move into some more movement-based exercises aiming to challenge your coordination, your movement, a bit of your balance as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, here. She's in this chair.
Michael and Gay, just so you know, your camera is still off at the moment.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Where are we? Okay. Wait a minute. That's it.
Okay, great. There we go. Okay, I'll just put you onto mute then, and then we'll get going.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just getting started, standing or seated, just standing or sitting as tall as you can, relaxing your shoulders, and then just starting off with some head movement, looking from side to side, over your shoulder, getting a good stretch into the neck. Keep this going. Okay, and then coming back to the middle, and then just pulling the shoulders back, opening up the chest, and then release forwards. So each time squeeze the shoulder blades, bringing the shoulders as far back as you can, but still keeping them down, and then forwards. Again, pulling your arms back, shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades, and forwards. So imagine there's an orange in between your shoulder blades and you're trying to crush that orange. Forwards, and one more. Really pulling them back, squeeze the shoulder blades, and then forwards. Good. Okay, moving into some head rolls now, so rolling your head round in one direction. Once you get to the middle, just pausing and then reversing the movement, going the other way. So just rolling your head round, big circles, stretching out the neck. Okay, and then bring your hands in front of you, just reaching your fingers away from you, so reaching as far forward as you can, and then pulling your hands back, again squeezing your shoulder blades, so elbows coming back. So reaching forwards with your hands, fingertips, and then pull, squeeze the shoulder blades. Reach and pull. Good. Reach and pull. Go for 3 more, big reach and pull. Reach, pull, and last one, reach, pull. Good. Okay, bring your hands into the chest, making a fist, and then reaching, making yourself as big as you can or as wide as you can. Reach with your fingertips as well. Then into the chest, make a fist, hold, and then reach. Good. And again, into the chest, hold, and reach. 2 more of these, hold, reach. Good. Hold. Last one. And reach. Good. This time keeping your hands wide, feet about hip width apart, and then just moving into some trunk rotation. So just twisting your body side to side. Same thing if you're sitting down, just turning your body, looking from side to side. Keep your hands wide, mobilizing the hips, feeling a stretch into the back as well. Good. Keep this going. Okay, and then back to the middle. We're going to go into another hip hinge movement, this time reaching forwards, touching your knees if you're seated or standing, and then reaching up to the ceiling. So not too far down, just touching the knees or just above the knees, and then reach to the ceiling. Good. Again, each time push the hips back as you reach, and then big stretch up, bring your arms all the way up. Good. 3 more. Reach down and up. Reach down and big stretch up. Good. And last one, coming down and big stretch up. Good. Okay, relax there. Moving into some feet movement. So now just starting off with some toe lifts, lifting your toes up off the ground and then down. If you're wobbling, just hold on to something. You can do this seated as well if you're really wobbling. So just lifting your toes up off the floor and then down. So just a really small movement. Toes coming up. You can rock onto your heels if you want. going, lifting the toes and down. Last few. Good, 2 more, really big lift of the toes. Okay, and then just moving into some ankle circles. If you want to, if you're wobbling a lot here, you can take a seat as well to do these, and then just circling your foot round in one direction. So moving the toes. If you're doing this standing, it's the same thing. Just moving your foot in a circle, mobilizing the ankle. If you're finding it hard to have any movement here, just keep your heel on the ground and just keep the foot moving round. Good. Okay, change direction on the same foot. And then switching sides, so same thing on the other foot now. So again, circling your toes around in one direction. Good, keep the foot moving. Okay, and then change directions again here, circling around the other way. Good, last few. Okay, and then lastly for the warm-up, just adding a little bit of movement now. So marching, swinging your arms by the side, doing this seated or standing. Try and get the arms swinging past the line of the body as well, so behind you as well as in front, so really swinging them back and then forwards. Good, moving arms and legs together. Last 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, and relax there. Okay, so we'll have a 45-second break and then we'll go into the first round. For the first exercise, you might want to hold on to something if you're doing this standing, so just make sure you've got a chair or a wall next to you. And we will get started, so another 30 seconds before we get started. So 7 exercises to go through as well here. About 45 seconds on each exercise. Okay, so the first one is going to be a single leg hip hike. So if you are standing, you might want to have something next to you to help you. And then you're aiming to go for a really big step forward, lifting your foot up and then landing on your heel and then coming all the way back each time. So back, starting with that foot behind you, coming onto your toes, and then big hip hike, really big step forwards. Just keep hold of the chair or a wall for balance. Or if you're feeling confident, you can have a go without holding on. And if you're seated, the exact same thing. So lifting up, reach forwards with your foot, and then pull it all the way back. Okay, off we go. So first exercise, 45 seconds. Good, so each time really big step forwards and back. Try and land on the heel. Keep this going. Good, same as if you're sitting down, doing this movement, lifting your foot up. Good. Last 10 seconds on this leg. Good, a really exaggerated step here. Good, okay, relax there. Okay, same thing on the other leg now, so just switching round, you can hold on with the other hand now, and then we're going to do the same thing with the other leg. Okay, starting in 3, 2, 1, so starting one foot back and then off we go, big step forwards and back. Good, to keep this going, I'm just going to tilt it so you can see my feet slightly more here. So really exaggerated step. And then back. Good, keep stepping, keep using your leg. Step forwards, then back, last 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Good, and relax there. Good work. Okay, next one, we're going to move into a grapevine next. So I'll show you the standing version first. For this one, it's just going to be a step across and then back, and then to the other side, across and back. So just in front and back, the other side and back. If you're wobbling, again, keep hold of something, and same seated, just keeping one foot tucked in, and then across, back, across and back. Okay, off we go. So just a grapevine step, 45 seconds. Challenging your balance here. Good, so each time in front and back, switching the feet over. Good. Okay, if you want to here as well, you can mix things up by stepping behind as well. So try and step behind and then centre, and then other foot behind and centre, then in front. Good, keep this going, keep moving your feet. Last 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, back to the centre. Okay, good. So our next one is going to be a bit more of a reaction time test. So for this one, if you want, you can start with a little bit of movement. So going into some marching on the spot. And then I'm going to say a direction for you to put both your feet and your hands. So if I say step to the right, both your right leg and your right hand are coming to the right. And same if I say to the left, going to the left. Okay, I'm going to be confusing you a bit though, because I'm going to be going the opposite way. So going to your right or your left. And if you're sitting down, same thing, pointing in the direction I say. Okay, starting with a little bit of movement, off we go. Good. Okay, left. Good, and then each time just pausing there in the left, and then back to the centre. Then again, back to some movement. Left. Good, well done, and back to the centre. Right. Good, and back to the centre. Moving around again, and left. Good, point to the left as well, that's it, back to the centre. Right. Good, well done, and back to the centre. Last one. Right. Good, well done. There we go, good, and back to the centre, and you can relax there, good. Okay, on to balance for the next one. So for this one, it's going to be a single leg stand. So either standing on one leg, if you're sitting down, just lifting one leg up off the floor and holding that position. And then I'm going to give you different tasks to do while on one leg. So just take your time, one leg at a time to start off with. If you're wobbling a lot, just keep hold of something. So off we go, starting one leg off the floor. Okay, and now moving the other leg just around, just in front, and then to the side. Good, and then again in front, and to the side. So keep hold of something if you're wobbling lots. Good, okay, and now a little bit of dual tasking, just standing on one leg, but now aiming to do the 4 times table in your head. So keep holding that single leg stand. If you're sitting down, keep your one leg off the floor, and keep doing the 4 times table. Keep going through it. Good, and then just relax there. So that foot comes back onto the floor. Then same thing on the other legs, taking the other leg off the floor to start with. So one leg on the ground, the other leg off, and just holding that position to start with. Good. Okay, and then again adding in a little bit of movement, so in front with the leg, to the side, in front, to the side. Once more, in front, to the side, and then just holding that position, and now going through the 8 times table. Good, keep it going. holding this. And relax there, good. Okay, so you can put your foot back down onto the floor. Okay, last 2 exercises for this round. This is going to be our step and fly. So if you have got a resistance band, this is where you want to take your band. And then starting with the band in front of you, each time you're stepping forwards, pulling the band back, squeezing the shoulder blades, and then back to the centre. So it's going to be a step and fly. If you're sitting down, same thing, start with the band in front, step forwards, pull the band back. So step and fly. Okay, getting ready to go. So band in front, standing tall, and then off we go. Big step forwards and fly, pull the band. And then with the other foot, step forwards, pull the band. Good. And again, step and fly. If you're not holding a band as well, you can keep going with this movement. Just step and fly. Keep this going. Good. Big step and fly. Each time open up the chest. Good movement here. Rocking forwards. Good. Last 10 seconds. Keep going. Keep pulling that band. Good. If you're sitting down, same thing. Step and fly. Pulling the arms back. 3, 2, 1, and relax there. Good. Well done. Okay. Last one then for this round. So band down. And this is going to be an opposite arm, opposite leg balance. So this is going to be reaching up, opposite arm, opposite leg to the ceiling, down, and then changing to the other side. So nice and controlled. Off we go. If you're wobbling, just keep a chair in front of you or don't hold quite so long so you can come straight up and straight down. Good. So really reach high with your arm and with your knee. Good. Try and get the opposite arm, opposite leg working together. Good. Okay, last 15 seconds of this. We can speed it up now. So just moving a little bit faster, up and down. So less about your balance here, more about the movement. Good. Keep going, keep reaching. Last 3, 2, 1. Good. Well done. And relax there. Good stuff. Good first round. So again, we'll have a 45-second break and then we'll go once more around these same exercises. Okay, so we'll get started again in 15 seconds. So going back to that single leg hip hike for the first one. So if you're sitting down, this one is just a big step forwards and back, forwards and back. And then if you're standing, same thing, but you can hold on to something. And then starting with your leg back, move forwards onto the heel and back. Okay, off we go. So first one, if you're feeling confident, you can do it without holding on. Really exaggerated step here. Good. Big step and back. Last 12 seconds. Good. Okay, relax there. And then doing the same thing on the other leg, so just turning around if you're holding on to something, and then we're going to do the same thing again. Okay, so starting with the other leg back this time, and then pushing forwards onto the heel. Big hip hike, so really bringing your knee up, off we go. Good, really big step forwards each time. Aiming to come onto the heel first. Big step back, last 15 seconds. Keep this going, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, well done, relax there. Okay, back to the grapevine step for the next one. So again, we're going to mix it up a little bit, starting off with stepping in front and back to the other side, in front and back, and then you can have a go challenging yourself by adding in a little bit more movement. So behind, behind, and back. Off we go. Okay, so grapevine movement. So one foot in front of the other, really challenging your balance. If you are wobbling, just keep hold of something again, or keep a chair or a wall in front of you. Good, so in front and back, and then behind and back. I'll show you sitting down as well, just in front. Use your hands as well to help you with the balance, keep them to your side. Good, last 5 seconds. Good, okay, and relax there, good stuff. Okay, back to the center, back into a little bit of movement, so just marching around, and then this is going to be our reaction time test again. So I'm going to say which side to go to, and then pointing both your leg and your foot in that direction. So we will start off with the right. Good, well done, and then pause each time, and then back to the center, back into the movement, so marching. Good, ready for the next one. Stepping to the left. Good, well done. And then back to the center, moving around. Just a small movement. If you're struggling to get the feet moving, keep moving the arms. And left. Good, well done. Back to the center. Good, swinging the arms again, and right. Step to the right. Good, and back to the center. 2 more we'll go for. Right. Good, well done. Back to the center. And last one. Getting ready. Swinging the arms, and left. Good, well done, and relax there. Okay, good, so back to the balance again. So standing or sitting down, single leg stand to start with, and then I'm going to get you to add in the movement and then adding the dual tasking with the memory task. Okay, so if you're wobbling, just keep hold of something and then lifting 1 foot off the floor. Off we go. Good. Okay, this time, if you've got room, just moving your foot forwards and then backwards. Forwards and backwards. If you don't have room, just go forwards and then center. Good, so the other leg is moving just to challenge your balance. Okay, and now back to just standing on one leg, standing tall, and then going through the 2 times table in your head. Good, keep holding this and then adding in the movement again while going through, continuing with the 2 times table. So keep going, keep counting in your head, try and do the movement and the multiplication. Good, and relax there, well done, good stuff. So same on the other leg, taking the other leg off the floor again. So 1-legged stand to start with. Keep hold of something if you're wobbling. Good, and then again adding in the movement, so forwards and backwards. Just make sure you've got room if you're going backwards. I'll show you from the side. Good, okay, and then coming back to the center, just going through your 5 times table in your head, or you can even do it out loud if you want to. Good, and keep going with the times table, and then again adding the movement in while you're doing the 5 times table. Good, well done, and relax there, good work. Okay, last 2 exercises to go through. So again, taking your band for the step and fly for the next one. Okay, so again, same as before, starting with your band in front of you if you're holding onto the band. If not, just start with your arms in front and then step and fly. Big step forwards each time. Off we go. Good, so if you're sitting down, same thing, step and fly. Good, big squeeze the shoulder blades. 1 foot forwards, then the other. Good, just keep pulling, so you're pulling the band back, all the way back, opening up the chest. Last 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, good, and relax there, well done. Okay, so you can put the band down, and then our final exercise is back, starting off with that opposite arm, opposite leg reach, going slowly, and then we're going to speed the movement up. So to start with, just aiming to challenge the balance, and then speeding it up to challenge the coordination, making sure you're doing the left arm, right leg, or right leg, left arm. Okay, off we go. So reaching up nice and slowly. Keep hold of something here as well if you're wobbling. Good, just to start with. Good, so right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. Okay, now challenging the coordination by speeding this up now. So just reach one leg, then the other, reaching up. Good, so really picking your knee up high, knee towards the chest, and arms up, last 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, well done, and relax there, good work everyone. Okay, so we'll just finish off with some stretches, then taking 2 hands behind your head and then opening up your chest, pulling your elbows wide, just going for the thoracic extension. Try and squeeze the shoulder blades, just lift your chin slightly up to the ceiling. Sitting tall or standing tall. Good, okay. And then keeping one hand up, the other hand down towards the ground, and then just going for a lean over to the side. Good, and then changing to the other side, other hand comes down, other one lifting up, and then leaning. Good, okay, and then lastly, just going for a calf stretch. So if you're standing, taking 1 foot forwards, holding onto something in front of you, or 1 foot forwards, leaning forwards, keeping your back heel flat on the floor, feeling the pull down the back of the leg. If you're sitting down, just sitting down, pulling the toes towards you. However you get this stretch best, you can do. Keep holding whichever version you're doing. Good, and then switch to the other leg. So same thing on the other leg. Now the opposite leg comes back. One leg forwards, one leg back. Keeping the front leg bent. Keeping the back heel and toes in line with one another. And then leaning forwards, feeling that stretch again behind the knee, down towards the heel. Good, well done everyone, and you can relax there. Good stuff today.